Until the 1190s, wars were fought on the battlefield, and the fallen were mostly common soldiers. However, during these years, a clever man discovered something that would change the course of history. This discovery aimed not at destroying armies of thousands on the battlefield, but at eliminating their leaders in the safety of their palaces. From that day on, even viziers and sultans no longer felt safe. At the head of these assassins, who became the nightmare of their enemies, was a single man, Hasan Sabbah. Hasan Sabbah was deeply passionate about reading, learning, researching, and writing from a young age. He would often tell those around him that he wanted to become a great religious scholar. During his education, at the age of 17, he encountered a man named Emir Zara, a follower of the Ismaili faith, and was profoundly influenced by him. This encounter led him to embrace Ismailism. In his service to this faith, Hasan Sabbah traveled to places such as Isfahan, Azerbaijan, Silvan, Mesopotamia, Syria, Palestine, and Egypt. Eventually, he settled in the region of Iran, spending 9 years there. During his time there, he slowly built a following by sharing his beliefs with the local population. Seeking a secluded refuge with his followers, Hasan Sabbah set his sights on the Alamut Castle. This castle had been built by a king long ago. According to legends, the king had released his eagle, and the eagle had landed on the cliffs where Alamut Castle was then constructed. Due to this, it was also known as the Eagle's Nest. The castle was remarkable for its physical features. Built on steep cliffs 2,000 meters high, the castle had a vast field of view and could only be reached by narrow and dangerous paths. On September 4, 1090, Hasan Sabbah entered Alamut Castle, and the Hashashin order was officially established. From this date, the order grew stronger day by day and began to challenge the Great Seljuk Empire and the Abbasids. Disturbed by these developments, the Great Seljuk Empire besieged Alamut Castle under the command of Vizier Nizam al-Mulk for 4 months, yet they could not capture it. Hasan Sabbah then sent an assassin who killed Nizam al-Mulk, one of the era's most influential statesmen, in his tent. The siege was lifted, and after the death of Sultan Malik Shah, the Seljuk Empire weakened further. Following these events, Sultan Sanjar, who took the throne of the Seljuks, saw the Hashashin as a significant threat and immediately sent his special soldiers after Hasan Sabbah. But things did not go as the Sultan planned. When he awoke the next morning, he found a dagger embedded in a stone by his bedside. Confused and panicked, Sultan Sanjar received a message through an envoy. "Wouldn't I prefer that this dagger be embedded in the soft chest of the Sultan, rather than in hard stone?" Greatly affected by this incident, Sultan Sanjar abandoned his pursuit of Hasan Sabbah and withdrew his soldiers. Hasan Sabbah employed an unprecedented war strategy, continuing to train his assassins within Alamut Castle. These assassins, enduring grueling training with various weapons, transformed into killing machines. Their most commonly used weapons were daggers, and contrary to popular belief, they did not use poison as a weapon. When an assassin was ordered to kill someone, it was in essence also an order for their own death. According to their beliefs and training, the assassin was meant to die after completing their mission, as it was a ritualistic act. However, they never took their own lives, as they knew that suicide was forbidden in Islam. As such, when they went on a mission, they knew they would die, and thus held no fear of death. They did not flee after killing their target. Instead, as they had been trained, they remained on the scene to fulfill their purpose by meeting their own end. From the moment he entered Alamut Castle, Hasan Sabbah lived there for 34 years until his death. His sense of justice was sharp. According to reports, he had one son executed for murder and the other for drinking wine. Besides his religious identity, he was also said to be a skilled healer, alchemist, astrologer, and magician. Apart from the Abbasid and Great Seljuk states, he orchestrated assassinations against high-ranking Crusader and Mongol commanders. However, Hasan Sabbah eventually grew old, became bedridden, and passed away on May 23, 1124. The Crusader Knights, greatly influenced by the system established by Hasan Sabbah, formed the famous Knights Templar upon returning to their lands. In 1256, the Mongol ruler Hulagu Khan Realizing he couldn't capture Hasan Sabbah's eagle's nest, Alamut Castle, through a conventional siege, destroyed it by digging tunnels beneath the castle, filling them with oil, and detonating an unprecedented explosive system that shattered the cliffs. Hasan Sabbah's legacy later inspired the popular video game series Assassin's Creed, and has been the subject of numerous best-selling books about the Hashashins and Hasan Sabbah.